Alrighty. Yumi and Mr. Teufel had a go, and they wanted me to spectate. I'll get rid of that because some people don't like that being on the side. So Mr. Teufel is on... I'll get rid of that. Some people don't like that being there. Mr. Teufel is on the green skins. We have 3 Forest Goblin Spider Riders on the far side. None on the near side, so interesting. Anyway, 3 Forest Goblin Spider Riders. A bunch of goblins, a bunch of orc boys, the 8-peak loonies in the middle, and then we have 3 Night Goblin Archers. Interesting. Orc boys, Savage Orc Biggins, Goblin Rock Lobbers, and 1 Stone Troll in the very back. We do have a Night Goblin Shaman with Vindictive Glare. Then we have an Orc Shaman with Gaze of Mork and Brain Buster, then Grum the Bunch himself. On the other side, 4-ish Dryads for the Wood Elves of Yumi. Eternal Guard with shields, Eternal Guard without shields, Eternal Guard without shields, Eternal Guard with shields. We have some Glade Guard with Starfire Shafts, Wild Hunters of Kurnos, more Glade Riders with Fire Shafts, the Hawkeyes of Chikira, Way Watchers, Durthu, and Glade Riders with Spears. More Glade Riders over here. This build has been coming, I guess, the closest you think you could call to popular. With the Hawkeyes of Chikira for their discouragement against the Greenskins, they're pretty good at routing off some things. Durthu has a Manticore Summon, Flock of Doom, and Foe Seeker plus his Sword of Daith, which is very, very effective. You know what? I'm going to leave that little tab up on the left because I like it, and you can't stop me. Because this is YouTube, and I recorded this a couple... Actually, the rate I record things, I recorded this 2 or 3 weeks before you're going to see it. So you know what? You can't stop me. Come back in the past and find me. Fight me. Anyway, Wood Elves collide into the Greenskin front line. The Greenskin front line is set up in layers so that the archers can keep shooting, but each layer is isolated on its own and is going to get its ass kicked, so goblins are getting routed off in every which direction. So are orc boys. But Ground the Paunch aids this left-hand fight a little bit. And the Wild Hunters of Kurnos do not enjoy the skirmish cap fire. They only have 40 armor. Sure, they have silver shields, but still, they're not big fans. They're going to charge back there and try to fight those forest goblins. Fist to fist. Stone Trolls chasing off Glade Riders with spears. It's a bold choice, but it does look like the Glade Riders have been momentarily forgotten and they will get caught by the Stone Trolls. Greenskins doing a great job in the early game. We already have a whole bunch of Wood Elf units routing and running away. Those 2 words mean the same thing. I'm doing great at this cast. You can't tell me that I'm not. Durthu is trying to snipe out Grom the Paunch, but Grom is significantly faster and will just run away. Hawkeyes of Chikira, however, are full health and nearly full ammunition. We do have another Glade Guard with Starfire Shafts who are largely safe and sound and happy as can be. Race to the Frozen Heart are trying to chase off some Forest Goblin Spider Riders. They might want to refocus onto the 8-peak loons. It looks like they will do such to try and save some of their archers. Goblin Rock Lobber is unhindered, though it is not that great of an artillery piece, so I guess it's not a huge deal. And Dryads have caught some Night Goblins over here. They will chase them, and Night Goblins will probably rout soon. Durthu throws down a Sword of Daith, causing AoE damage to all the people in this area, and a Manticore Summon will be summoned and immediately land in a very awkward fashion into Ground the Paunch, but it mostly just hits Eternal Guard and knocks them around. I don't think it does any damage, but it does knock them around. Grom needs to leave badly. Durthu is slapping the absolute shit out of him. He needs to go. He needs to go. A little bit of a mistake leaving him here. He gets clowned on. And now the Manticore also hits him. Durthu hits him. And that guy went from full health to almost dead. We all saw it happen. Hawkeyes of Chikira at half health. Plenty of ammo still. And they are now firing on the Goblin Rock Lobbers. They'll rout off that crew very, very quickly. Both with their damage and with this Discourage aura. Grom, now that he's routing, automatically runs away. And he's just going to heal up. No problem there. And then Vindictive Glare hits the Hawkeyes of Chikira doing a little bit of poke damage. Without Grom around, Stone Trolls are going to get beaten up and pushed out. Eternal Guards have armor-piercing spears, so they get through the Stone Trolls easily enough. And there's a Feral Manticore here, who will soon fade, but for now he is still here, spooky, scary, and all the best ones. The last of the Wood Elf Archers is pushed away. Race to the Frozen Heart are going to fight against the Unbreakable Gobos plus Savage Orc Biggins. Speaking of which, where's the second Savage Orc Biggin? Are they dead? Just realized I need to be looking for them. There they are, full health on the backfield. So why is the balance of power so even-ish? It feels like the Greenskins are winning all over the board. They have more troops, they have healthier troops, they have better troops. What is left? I guess it's just Durthu. Durthu and the Wild Hunters. Though, the Wild Hunters do snipe out Grom the Paunch. Okay, that could be significant. Greenskins are not known for their leadership. Wood Elves are haggard and baggered all across the battlefield, not loving their life. But we have Durthu, and we have low leadership greenskins. Wild Hunts of Kronos are about to take a nasty volley from these Night Goblins if they can fire real quick. It's a valiant use of their last breath on this earth is to hurt the Wild Hunters. That did less damage than I honestly thought it would. And Flock of Doom is going to hit them as Wild Hunters of Kronos pile in. It's going to be the end of these Night Goblin archers. Yes, indeed. They are going to die. These Spider Riders need to be rallied and dragged over here to chase off all these routing and rallying Wood Elf units, keep them running off the map. Savage Orc Biggins continue to fight Eternal Guard, but they're about to be flanked by Dryads, and with the leadership debuffs of the Hawkeyes of Jakira, that'll actually rout off those Biggins way before their time. The second and final Manticore summon has come out of Durthu, who is currently standing amid Orc Boys. Wild Hunters Kronos are finally routing them. Full health Savage Orc Biggin and a very dead Goblin are over here in the corner. They need to be rallied, as do some of these Night Goblin archers. Durthu is standing loud and proud. And our Stone Troll friends are back. 11 out of 12 models, and they've been regenning up in the corner this whole time. Manticore is going to land on the Orc Shaman, but Stone Trolls will immediately charge it to try and bail out their little Orky friend. Though he is going to rout. Routing friendlies nearby will lower the leadership of the Stone Trolls. Holy crap, I am struggling with this so bad. Stone Trolls will beat up the Manticore, though. It is a summon. It will eventually go away on its own. Wood Elves are still behind on the balance power, even with a free Manticore summon out here. Hawkeyes of Jakira. Leadership debuff is going to be crucial in the late game. Manticore is getting beaten to death even before it will desummon. And Foe Seeker's pocked by Durthu. What here can kill Durthu, though? Maybe the Stone Trolls if he doesn't just beat them to death, but he will beat them to death. Mark my words. So the Stone Trolls can't do it. Maybe that full health Savage Orc Biggin in the corner, and maybe some of these archers paired up can do okay. I'm going to do a little bit of fast forward. As, Stone Trolls are shattered, so they are gone. A little bit of fast forward is just for routing units to hurry up and route. Savage Orc Biggin's back, fighting. Archers, all three of these extremely haggard archers of Yumi are turning to fire. Orc Shaman is back. He should probably run away. Vintage Glare Caster gets a nice 2-for-1 shot on the Glade Guard of Starfire Shafts, both of them. Maybe they're going to start a chain route. One routes. It looks like the Wild Hunters of Kronos and these other Glade Guard Starfire Shafts will hold on. Hawkeyes of Jakira hit some Arc Boys. And archers shoot the Unbreakable Gobos. These Eternal Guard are both going to break right here. Maybe even shatter at this point. What are the numbers looking like? 72 Wood Elves versus 374 Greenskins. Double route from the Wood Elves. I'm going to play it at ×2 speed real quick. Vintage Glare Caster gets way too close to the sun for my liking, and he is going to take a volley or two from the Hawkeyes of Jakira, and Durthu is going to run up on him. Meanwhile, Night Goblin archers are firing in. Shattering. Wood Elves are down to 60. Greenskins are still at 362. We have a full health Savage Orc Biggin across the battlefield that is waddling its way over here as fast as humanly possible. The other Savage Orc Biggin is dead and gone. Glade Guard with no ammo are routing. Hawkeyes of Jakira have one volley left, and they are so far hanging on. And that's the volley. It's gone forever. Archers are all turning and firing onto Durthu. They know they can't outrun him. Though he does actually have 30 speed. You could outrun him. But charge bonus is a hell of a drug, so I'm not even going to try. They do get routed off. It's just Hawkeyes and Durthu at this point. Everything else is routing. No, those guys aren't rallying. 16 out of ammo Hawkeyes are going to come out of the woods and try and help. Meanwhile, the Night Goblins rally. They probably just want to turn and shoot the Hawkeyes before they get attacked. Really need to keep that leadership up. Other Goblins get terror routed before he even reaches them, and then he does reach them and naturally routes them with his big Durthu sword, doing big Durthu sword things. Full health Savage Orc Biggin coming. What can they do? What can they do? Bonk. They can bonk. They can use their axes. Gnawing, burning, biting axes. A Sword of Daith and Flock of Doom both cast on top of each other, really just nuking down this blob of infantry. Savage Orc Biggins have already lost about a third of their health. But there are 2 Night Goblin archers both free firing onto Big Daddy Darthu, who's just trying to hold on to his pathetic amount of leadership. Wood Elves have all routed off the map except for the Hawkeyes, so we're officially down to Darthu and the Hawkeyes for realsies this time. Hawkeyes getting a flank attack on these Night Goblin archers will probably rout them. The other Night Goblin archers shatter. There'll be no more ranged pressure. Darthu pops Foe Seeker. He's still fighting Savage Orc Biggins, taking a lot of damage, but a second flock of Dune will do good. They have literally 0 armor, so they don't get any protection from that at all. Night Goblins need to turn and fight the Hawkeyes of Jakira at this point. They are still shooting at Darthu. It's not going too great for them. The last of the orcs flee, and it's just the Savage Orc Biggins now. Orc Shaman is gone. Night Goblins and Orc Boys are also unlikely to come back. The Night Goblin Archers are hanging on. Biggin Boys are out here fighting. Night Goblin Shaman takes a nasty shot to the face. He's probably going to terror out in just a second. There he goes. The Biggins are still chasing down Darthu. At this point, it's looking all over. For the Greenskins. Don't see how much they can do here. Night Goblin Shaman is about to get bonked again. He gets bonked again, and he routs. Bam! As a rear charge from the Hawkeyes hits, I'm pretty sure these Savage Orc Biggins are going to leave. I'm kind of surprised they haven't terror routed yet, and when they do, the game will be over. Savage Orc Biggins fighting, fighting, fighting. Darthu's getting a little low, but there's the terror route, and that is a valiant defeat. Valiant indeed. So Grom getting caught up was a big, big problem. None of that. That's illegal. Not allowed. Savage Orc Biggins both did pretty well. 8-Peak Loons did pretty well. Night Goblin Archers did okay. Forest Goblin Spider Riders did okay. Stone Trolls did okay. And the Rock Lava did fine. For Yumi, Darthu got 2,400. Eternal Guard did well. Dryads did fine. Other Eternal Guard didn't do so well. The Shielded variant got murdered, surprisingly enough. Hawkeyes did okay, Glade Riders did okay, Wild Hunters Kurnos did well. But sniping Grom was the main point. GG, well played. Roar! Subscribe, yes, yes.